I know personally me, I know how time consuming it can be. Because me, for the way I started, I had a very different way of starting than most people did, I feel like, on Twitch. Because I was very against streaming at first. I really didn't want to stream. I was very insecure about myself, my voice, my ability to play. I didn't really think I was, good enough to stream and make it out there.
Hmm.
And I was new to the whole Twitch thing anyway, so I didn't really know like the potential or like how what I can do with it. I didn't know what I can really do with it. But I play video games, like 8 hours plus after school every day. I neglected my homework, but I would stay up, till like 3, 4 in the morning to finish it because I stayed up all day, playing video games. But in the meantime, when I was playing video games, I started with Destiny, and in Destiny, trials was a thing, raiding was a thing, and so through raiding, I made a lot of friends. I raided with countless people. I love Sherpaing people through like raids. Newcomers. Like I never completed Crota. Okay, I learned how to solo the whole thing by myself. Like okay, I can take you through the whole thing. Don't worry about it. I'll carry you through. And through that, just helping people out of the kindness of my heart, like just one-on-one or 1-on-6 people. They're all like, "Oh, do you stream? Do you do this?" Like constantly asking me, "Do you stream? Do you stream?" And I was always like, no, I don't. And then finally, I kind of gave in, and I started streaming, and I had a few people, watch me here and there, and all I did was focus on, rating, solo rating, and then eventually, Trials came out, and I wasn't a PvP player at first until Trials came out. That's the funny thing. I never played PvP until Trials came out, and so my buddy Azar, he's a streamer now. Him and we kind of dedicated our time to helping people who never been flawless, right? And we just kind of did that for free because we felt like, oh, people really like going flawless, and people really felt like it was an accomplishment, and we enjoyed getting people there. Kids would like freak out. They would like, yell, "Mom, Dad, I made it, I made it." It gave us a good feeling. And the same thing happened with these people. They're like, "Oh, do you stream?" I'm like, "I used to, but I stopped." Like, and then they're like, "You should stream again. You should stream again." And eventually, I became a very good PvP player. Not to toot my own horn, I became above average. I could help people out consistently, and so I had a ton of support right off the bat. And like Ray said, I started with just an Xbox. I started with my stream would crash every 30 minutes. Like my connection was awful. I would have to put a command in the stream. I still have it on stream. Type an exclamation point crash. My stream crapped itself every 30 minutes, and it would be very, very frustrating. But I had a ton of support right off the bat because of like what I was doing. I was out of the kindness of my heart, and people would like they felt that, and so they ended up supporting me, and I ended up upgrading my internet service right away, and then I got a new Xbox that wouldn't crash on me, so my stream was consistently up, and then eventually my PC came in. Like don't waste your money on a PC. You don't need the most expensive equipment. I started with just an Xbox, internet. I had I think like 1 megabyte upload. I had like 1.5 megabyte download. It was awful. I couldn't play. I was lagging. My audio would be so like far behind. He would be asking, "Oh, did they make it? Did they make it? Why are they streaming? Like what's happening?" But eventually, I upgraded to PC. Now I have a webcam. I have a mic. Don't focus your money. Like be realistic with yourself. Twitch, especially now, where it's like people are very, very into it, especially with Fortnite and like Ninja making it very popular and mainstream to be a streamer. Like you have to be realistic with yourself. You can't just leave your day job and like leave your family behind, your loved ones. You have to pay attention to them, because at the end of the day, you have to be realistic and be like, this is where I'm at. This is what's happening. It doesn't mean that you're not a streamer. You don't need anybody. You don't need numbers. You don't need donations. You don't need followers. You don't need bits. You don't need any type of revenue to be considered a streamer. You don't need validation from any of that. If you feel like you're a streamer, you're a streamer. You're streaming on Twitch. You're automatically a streamer. Whether you consider you're a good streamer, a bad streamer, that's all on you. You don't need anybody else's validation. Just kind of focus on yourself, because at the end of the day, your audience are going to be real people. They're going to have jobs. They're going to have things to do. And obviously, if you're inconsistent enough, like they're gonna forget, like, oh, and then they come back a month later, they come back 2 months later. You can't just like give up hope because your numbers are down one day, And that's my biggest piece of advice is kind of just do it for yourself, be real with it, and the support will be there. I met all my friends through Twitch. I met Squidhead. Other people right here, they're new. Maybe we'll be playing afterwards. Who knows? But point is, you meet people, like it's a family. Your community becomes your family, and so I'm very, grateful, and I'm never gonna stop streaming, whether I have 2 or 100 people watching me. It's always gonna be there.